What's up out there in Facebook land? It's your boy Stephen Tate, aka Mr. Money Insurance. Back at it again. I hope everybody had a great and prosperous day so far. It's all good. Come with a word for the day. The word for the day is grace. Grace is what God gives us to live by through the blood of Jesus Christ. It's either law or grace. You can't be straddling the fence. So I want you to think about grace like this. The Bible says that God is love. And nothing works. Faith does not work it doesn't work unless it's love involved. Grace don't work unless it's love involved. And since God is love and God is the word and the word became flesh, then have we ever thought about grace like this? Trying to help people not to be confused. You ever thought of grace like this? Grace is God's redemptive authority, constant every day in our life. Grace. And the grace comes from the words you speak, because the Bible also says, let the redeemed of the Lord say so. So what are you redeemed from? You're redeemed from sickness. You're just redeemed from disease. You're redeemed from the 5 points of grace. I'm going to give you a little 5 points. The 5 points of grace. He shed blood from his brow, from his head, the thorns, the crown of thorns. That's to redeem us from our mental state, that we are redeemed, that we can have the mind of Christ. He took the spears in his hand, nails in his hand, that redeemed us from having from the sweat of our brow and getting our prosperity. That's Genesis chapter 1. From the curse. He took the piercing in his side, where blood and water came out. That's where in your spirit, out of your belly will flow the rivers of living water. That was the water. And your spirit was covered by the blood. He took the nails in his feet. That's where you can walk in peace with each and every man, woman, boy, girl. And then the full straps on his body, which he took the stripes, the cat of 9 tails, and all the other thrashing that he did for our sicknesses and our disease. So that's what we have to confess, to say that we believe in Jesus, that he hung, bled, and died. We have to confess that. So that's the grace of God in its 5 points. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so. We have to say that we're redeemed from all those things, and that we are in the family of God. Galatians chapter 3. We're not Christians. I know that's controversial to some. We're not Christians. You are a son. You are a child of God. Galatians chapter 3. Read it. That's where it says you are a son, not a Christian. Being a Christian is like being a cousin. Imagine yourself when you're over your cousin's house and your cousin really at home and they get to go in the refrigerator and do all this other stuff, and you asking your cousin, hey, go ask your mama, go ask your daddy, can we do this? But think about when you that cousin over your cousin house and you doing everything they doing without asking, going in the refrigerator, getting this, getting that. Imagine, just think about how your cousin felt when they was acting like they was, how the rights you had. That's the difference between being a Christian and a child. Christian child. Don't be the cousin. Accept the whole redemptive, I'm a son. If you keep saying the outside, then you being a cousin. That's a Christian. Come on in the total family and get all the total power. So, last words. Let your grace be full of salt. Let your speech be full of salt. Filled with grace, full of salt, where you know how to answer every man. That's the grace that's in your speech. Job's hedge fell because he stopped speaking in faith and in love and prayer. He took his own hedge down. So the grace is in your mouth, people. The grace is in my mouth. I have to let the redeemed of the Lord say so. So I say I'm redeemed. I hope you say you're redeemed. So we don't go with dead works. We go with works that God totally approve of. Not saying that dead works are bad or nothing like that. Nah, that's a whole nother thing. Point is, your grace is in your mouth. Your grace is your speech and how you talk to yourself, about yourself, and about others. Let your speech be full of grace, seasoned with salt, that you know how to speak to and answer every man. God's redemptive authority constantly, every day.